Hey guys, and welcome back to another great episode of Partner Honesty. I'm Tiffany,
I'm Megan.
and today we're talking about money, honey. You got some money.
Money. Money, money,
I
money.
ain't got no money. I'm telling you now. Don't look for me to have money.
I
But
think,
I feel like everybody's having challenges with my money is getting less and less valuable. I can't purchase as much as I used to. And what are some tips and strategies you can use to make it through?
yeah, I also think too, I hear people say that all the time, like, money doesn't go as far or whatever. I also think, though, people live a lifestyle that maybe they can't afford. Because generally speaking, when you talk to people, they stop for coffee multiple times a
Yes.
week. They eat out multiple times a
Yes.
week. They smoke or vape or
Yes.
drink or smoke
Yes.
weed or whatever, a luxury of
Yes.
habit of choice.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just those, what, 3, 4 things probably equals 100 or more a week.
Yes.
So I feel like for me, I always struggle because I know I spend too much. I
Mhm,
eat out a lot. I get on Amazon too
mhm.
much. But if somebody were to look at my finances, they could never say I didn't have enough money.
Yeah,
It's just I spend too
too
much
much
money.
money, yeah.
And I think too, the younger generation, they want at 17, we talked about
Yes,
before,
yes,
what
what I
30-year-olds
have,
have.
yep.
My 2 boys the other day were talking about wanting to go buy a go-kart. Okay, they found this go-kart. It's gonna be $300. Now, mind you, I have a son who's 18, going off to college, and a
Okay,
16-year-old, about to be 17 in
yes,
September. So, they're talking about this $300. It's 150 each, and I said, "Okay, boys, now do you want my opinion? Because to me, that's a 13-year-old investment.
yeah,
Y
'cause what's
you guys both have your own cars. Boy A, your car's going to the shop. When it comes out, you're gonna wanna put money
mhm,
into it.
mhm,
Boy 2, you're going to college, you're not gonna be able to
mhm.
work your first 3 months. You've gotta save all the money you have for your insurance and this and that. So, is that $300 investment? We really want it. Yeah, you really want it, but can you afford it? And I think that's a question of,
Yes.
can you afford it? Yeah, today you can, but in 3 weeks, are you gonna be able to pay your bills?
No, probably not,
So,
unless you're busting your butt to make that money up. And then what are you doing with it? You're gonna enjoy it for 1 week or 2 weeks.
one of
The
them's gonna
one
be
is going
playing,
to yeah,
in Raleigh now, so he'll never be home. The other one's going to college. So, like, what are you gonna do with this thing?
it's
And it
just
needs
gonna
money
sit
put
there.
into it, and
Mhm.
it's gonna need gas. You guys already complain you can't afford the gas in your car.
But adults do the same thing. We
Absolutely.
absolutely do the same thing because um, we we have this wonderful pond in the backyard, but we probably have invested way too much money into it to make it work just because we have it. It wasn't a necessity. We didn't have to do it. We could have left it empty or just had plain water in there. But my mom said, I would love for there to be fish in there. And my husband is such a sucker for my mom. And so he made fish in there. But on the other hand, I remember when I was young and broke and had kids, I always planned out 2 weeks in advance. This is what we're having for dinner. Everybody could see the calendar and you knew what we were eating. If you didn't like it, oh well, too bad. But I planned it out. I would go to the store, only buy that, and it saved me a lot of money. Now, I can't even I think it would be disgusting to me if I realized how much money I spend on food because
Yeah.
I always eat out.
I think the meal planning is probably the best tip because I think what happens is at the end of the day, you're tired. I didn't plan
Yes.
dinner. Crap. Let me just grab something. Whether it's at the grocery store, you're grabbing it, you're still going to spend more because you're
Mhm,
hungry or you're going to a fast food.
mhm.
So, like, I try to tell, like, my daughter too, like, make a crock pot meal in the morning. That way, when you get home, it's already cooked and ready. Or my mom used to tell me when I first moved out on Sunday, do 1 week, freeze a lasagna and then make it on, lay it out Monday, cook it, eat it for 3 days. Like, you
Yes.
could make 2, 3 days of
Good.
something, but I just don't think, dude, it's a want versus a need.
I
And
don't want to cook. I need to cook. But then I also realized, like you were saying, there is a lifestyle that I like that I am living to that if I cut back some of that, then I could have a lot more in my savings. I could put more money into my IRA or my investments for my retirement because I ain't getting no younger and I'm not working as much as I used to. So I'm not putting as much money into Social Security, into my investments because I just don't work like I used to. And it's not automatic. So for
yeah.
me, I'm like, "Well, girl, you better figure out something because you only got how many? I got 10 years till I can start collecting Social Security,
Yeah.
and
And
you
that's
got
not even
money."
a large enough amount to sustain you. I mean, and some people have benefits of like retirement,
Mhm,
pensions,
mhm,
things like that.
mhm.
And that's great. For the average person,
They
like,
don't.
what does that look like? Average person like me, an entrepreneur, if you weren't investing in it, what are you going to do to retire?
And it's gonna be around. So right
Yeah.
now, for me, if I take Social Security at 62, I will get, I think, about $1,500 a month. Now, if that was the only paycheck I had,
Yeah. Yeah.
Imma have to get on the street and do some things I've
But
tried
that
to
but
wanna
okay, but that
do.
brings up okay, there are a lot of people working full-time
Mhm,
jobs that make decent,
mhm.
I'd say decent, livable income, and they all have side hustles.
Yes.
Whether it's a DoorDash or Donate Blood or maybe dancing or whatever,
Feed pictures.
yeah, they have a side hustle.
Mhm,
So, imagine working full-time and you make a decent salary, and then you're out here doing another 20 hours a week of a side hustle. To what? Is it to actually pay your bills, or is it to maintain a lifestyle that you wanna
mhm.
have?
For the most part, I think firsthand knowledge that I have, they are trying to, I want this thing, and so I'm going to just use my regular job to pay my bills, but then I'm gonna use this side hustle to buy me this new fancy purse that's $500, or I wanna go to this concert, or
Yeah.
I just want to buy some more things from the stores that make me happy. So
They do say shopping is a dopamine hit.
it is.
So when people are on Amazon, like, "Ooh, add that to the cart." It's a dopamine hit, and then you get a package, it's another dopamine hit,
Mhm.
and it's like but, honestly, I don't think there's many people anymore who do a budget, like, know how much they spend a month on eating out, on their bills, on their anything, like
But life has all, not just the side hustles, but on Amazon, if you don't have the money to pay for the item right now,
oh,
cut
now
that
they get to
firm
oh, yep,
4 payments.
yep.
And I'm like, "Why would you do that?
On
You
even $15 items. $15 items, it says you could pay in 4 payments.
Why
So,
are
I
we
mean
doing that?
but I
It's
think
so
credit
easy."
yeah,
Yeah.
credit, loans, all that stuff, but a good question for everybody, I think, is, like, what is your weakness? What are you?
Mm.
Because there are people who go to Starbucks and spend $10 a day. Easy. $50 a
Oh,
week.
fix your face, Tiffany. I'm sorry, y'all. I ain't
Yeah,
judging y'all.
yeah.
$10 a day at the Starbucks?
Absolutely, and don't even mind it, don't whatever. I'd say mine well, now it's probably not as much, but typically eating out would be mine, because I don't normally do breakfast, but I always eat out lunch.
Yeah.
I mean, and that can be anywhere from 10 to
My
$15
weakness?
depending where we're going.
Um Darn. I guess I would say probably purses and maybe traveling. I will sacrifice to go on a good vacation.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Traveling's not
will.
cheap either, yeah,
No, ma'am, not the places I wanna go to. So, but I think in me fixing that, the best way to do that would be to, okay, you got a budget and you gotta start saving this amount of money every month, and until
yeah,
you get that amount of money to go on that trip, you can't go.
yeah,
Denied or delayed gratification is a thing, y'all.
yeah. I think that's you're right. Everybody wants instant, 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 and I
'Cause I
see
see all
it.
my friends, they going on vacation while
Yeah.
I can't go on vacation. You don't know what they're doing to get that money to go on that
Yeah,
vacation.
yeah, and their whole situation can be different.
Yeah.
I see it starting with the kids. I see it
Mhm.
really with the kids. What they want, they're gonna get. If they wanna go to the gas station and spend $25 on junk food, that's what they're gonna go do, and their paycheck runs out in 3 days, and they're like, "Well, I don't have gas money." "Well, did you think about that when you bought the $25 and came?" "Well, I didn't think it was that big of a deal." So, like, how do you
Mhm.
change it? And we're a household who talks about money
Yeah.
and savings. So, how do you change the mindset if somebody doesn't care about the mindset? Like,
Um,
how do you
I don't know
and
that
how
you
do you tell an
can.
adult, a grown ass person who's 45 years old, "Hey,
When you
stop eating out. Stop going to coffee. You work, you make 70 grand a year. I don't care. Stop doing all this stuff." They're gonna look at you like,
you don't tell me what to do.
right. Yeah. So I mean, what's the goal then, I guess?
The goal is I get what I want when I want it. And
Yeah.
until you figure out what you want your future to look like, and like you said, most people don't plan for retirement.
Yeah.
You got this job, sure, you can work till you're 60, 70, 80 years old, but do you want to do that for the
Right.
rest of your life? I don't wanna do that for the rest of my life, so paying it myself first, it was the first thing that I ever did that I felt like, "Okay, now I'm taking charge of my finances." So I invest in my SEP, which is like, if you're self-employed, you can that's an IRA type that you can have. When I was in the military, when TSP became very popular, I was like, "Well, shoot, I ain't doing nothing else. I might as well pay into that." So I do have an IRA that I put money into, but if it had not been for the military and ed, I probably would be looking at when I retire, only gonna have $1,500 a month, and you can't live off that,
Yeah.
period.
No.
But, paying yourself first, I think starting with a budget, live
Yeah.
in your means, have goals, and live in your means, and then putting into your retirement is gonna be what's gonna help you in the future. Or using assets like there's so much talk about you need to have assets over debt. And asset means that thing is going to pay you back for what you put into it. So that could be a house, it could be your investments. And the debt, your credit card, you're eating out, your I want to have this luxury purse, blah, blah, blah. Those
Cars.
are yeah, cars are not, there's a liability, so what liability are you willing to give up so that you can have a future? And there is this whole thing, "Well, if I can't afford it, I'm just gonna steal it." How dumb are you to do that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why
But
is
I
that
also
even
think
popular
too,
right
like,
now? I don't even understand, but we're gonna stay away from
yeah,
that. We're gonna stay away
that's
from that.
that's that's crazy to think that, but a lot of people probably do it. I mean, think about the people, what are they, that stay in people's houses that aren't supposed to be there. Squatters. I mean, they do that all the time. There's literally a show about it. They go find an empty house, they take it, they live in it, and they know it's going to be a year till you can get them out. So, like, what is the mentality of that? Car payments. So many people go get these cars. Young people too, with $1,000, fifteen
And
hundred
you
dollar
okay if
car
they come pick it
payments.
up? How are you okay if they
I
come pick it
mean,
up?
it's like I $1,500 on a car. Like, I get if you're a certain point in your life,
Mhm.
I get it. And you can afford it and you're not in debt and you're saving and all these other priorities are being done, great. But if you're going by paycheck to paycheck, but you got a $1,500 a month car payment, you really need to you don't have to keep up with the
No,
Joneses.
ma'am. Please don't.
Like, I don't know. I just like money is money. Like, everything's money. You can't do anything. Go get air in your tires costs money.
Yes, it
Everything costs
does.
money. So if you're not budgeting and prioritizing your tire blows, I mean, that can wipe people out.
Yep. Yep. So that whole you should have an emergency fund like 3, 4 months. I think educating yourself on what your financial goals should be and what you absolutely need is very important. I don't think people spend time thinking about, okay, I need to budget so I know where the hell my money is going. Then I need to plan for emergency fund. Then I need to plan for retirement. Then I need to plan for, okay, I want to buy this fancy thing or go on this fancy trip.
Yeah.
Doing all of that, it does take work. And I don't think people want to work.
Well, it's mindset too. Even me, I'm like, I need to stop spending so much. Like, I really need to get back on track at work and do all this stuff. And,
Mhm.
but it takes a whole mind shift. You've got to focus on certain things. You got to change certain habits. You got to be able to say no. And I'm very social. I don't ever want to say no. You want to go get food? Yeah, I'm there. So, like, there's a lot of things you have to be willing to sacrifice and give up that I just think people are like, nah, I'm good. Nah, I'm good. Like,
Or are we waiting until the card tell us, you don't have any more money?"
yeah,
That's
and then that's panic.
embarrassing.
Yeah, or what if your power goes out or somebody, I mean, I've had a neighbor's car get taken from the driveway. What you gonna do when the car gets taken? How you gonna get to work then to get caught up to do like, and Ubers aren't cheap. Oh, that's the other thing. The money people spend on DoorDash.
I have banned Edward Jones from using DoorDash. Honey, if you're gonna order it, you're gonna go pick
Go pick it up.
it
I mean,
up.
cool. If you're
You
gonna get
gonna
it,
go pick it
save the $12 and go drive a block and go pick it up. I mean, I used to DoorDash, I'd say a year or two ago, and I started looking at that. I'm like, that's insane.
Yes.
Just the extra fees, the tip, all of that, and literally where I was ordering from is less than a mile from
And,
here.
they got apps, so you could go ahead and order it on the app
Yeah,
and then
and
just
just
get
go
in the
pay.
car, 5 minutes, and go pick it up.
I
So
think
that's
like
what
if
I
every
do.
person looked at their account right now, they could
Mhm.
eliminate at least one thing that would save them money that wouldn't harm their life. So, I mean, I get smokers and drink, that's probably a hard thing, but I guarantee there's somebody who gets 5 coffees a week if they changed it to 1.
Yeah.
If make it at home,
Make it at
invest
home.
in good
Yeah.
crap at home, the syrups, the whatever you do, have it at home. Or
Mhm.
people who eat out 3 times a day, go down to 1
Yeah.
time a day.
Yeah.
Like, I think everybody I mean, it's really hard when people say, "I have no money." I'm always like, "Let me see your account.
Because
Let me
everything
see."
is so expensive. Imagine.
And everybody does say it's so expensive. It is so expensive, but are you buying the crap you really need?
No, because I could probably make my little Chipotle bowl. We go there every Tuesday. I probably could make it myself and we split it, but that's still $20. So I can only imagine if you had
Yeah,
you, your
my family,
husband, and
yeah.
2 kids, that's $80 if
Well, see,
everybody
that's
got
what I was
their
just saying. The
own
other night we went
meal.
to dinner, there was 5 of us, the bill was 150. I still think that was wrong. I think I
It
should have
was
looked
like
at the bill.
$30 a person.
There's no way. We
Mhm.
had no desserts, no drinks, only 1 soda. I screwed that up.
Well,
I
that's
feel
okay.
bad now.
But
Can't get it off my head.
$150.
But we coulda ate at home with the meals from Fresh Market or Food Lion. They have
50
family
bucks.
meals for $25
Oh,
to feed 4. So, like, if we were just gonna have a basic meal, we could do it for 25. Now, our kids eat a lot, so we probably have to add an extra meat. So it could've been 30 or $40. Definitely not
that's not
100.
bad
No.
compared to $150. Oh, Jesus. So I would say definitely think about what you're spending money on.
And utilities about your house, right? So I take for Madison, my daughter yelled at me the other day, "You leave every light in the house on. Don't complain about your energy bill when you leave all your lights on." So there are, you could keep the air. Yes, you might like it at 68,
Mm-mm.
but you could put it just probably 71 and turn on your fans.
Mhm.
Or, I feel like, yes, prices are higher. We can't deny that. Food's more expensive, gas. We all know that.
Mhm.
But there's so many things we have of luxuries that I think that we just are not willing to compromise. And
No,
it's
no.
not
And then there's always that easy fix of, okay, how do I got this mountain of credit card debt that I've created. I'm just going to get a consolidation and put it all together. And then I pay that one bill. But did you cut up all the rest of the credit cards or you're
right,
going to start back using those? So you
right.
just adding on top of, on top of, on top of.
And I'll say too, for women, don't come at me. But some women, they getting their nails. I get my nails done, their nails done, their hair done, their eyebrows done, their Botox, their lip injections, their dermabrasion, whatever. I mean, you name a massage every month. You name it, they're doing probably $300 to $500 worth of crap a month.
Oh,
So, what are you willing to give up? I'm not willing to give up my nails, but I might give up my feet. You know what I mean? What are you willing to give up? I'm not going to give up my gray touch ups, but I might give up my nails if I had to before I would my gray. If I was in a position that I didn't have it, these are a luxury,
yes. And other
like,
things like television. I swear I cannot get rid of my Hulu Live. I probably should, but I just refuse because I'm not going to watch TV.
that's so funny. See, we stream,
I'm
I don't
not
have
going
any
to
live
watch
things.
the episodes like you can binge watch. I'm
Yeah.
not going to, if I miss it, oh well, I missed it.
How much is Hulu Live?
It's like, I think it's 40 something,
Oh,
50
but it's
bucks a
live
month.
TV.
It's live TV. So anything on television I can watch live, but why? Because right now I'm cutting back on watching TV.
I stream. Why don't you just go to Hulu and watch it the next day?
I cannot do that. That's the bougie in me. I cannot do that.
But what if you forget it because you're like at the gym or
Then I'm not
something?
gonna watch it.
Girl, no. Uh-uh.
Welcome to
But
the
even like what we're telling, but we talked about dating,
Mhm.
right? Okay, that can be expensive. But even like going to I told like dollar theaters, like $4 a piece. Why would you go to the $17 a movie versus the $4 one?
I don't know, but there's other ways you can cut
But my kids are like,
costs
I
too.
don't want to go to that
'Cause you
theater.
can take your I don't know if this is legal
Bougie.
or not, but take your candy from the Dollar Tree. Like
Everybody
you're
does it. I'm
bad.
sorry. If the theater didn't know you snuck your candy, they're ridiculous. There ain't a
Put
soul
your
on here that
candy.
hasn't snuck candy into the
Put
movie
your dollar
theater.
candy. They got the big boxes. Get
Mhm.
your dollar
Yeah.
candy and
But that's it. Okay, like you said, the Dollar
snacks and
Tree.
stuff.
There's some things you could go and get from, say, Dollar Tree, Food Line, Walmart, Aldi's. Aldi's, people used to have a
Mhm.
stereotype about Aldi's, but Aldi's isn't like the old Aldi's. It's like,
It's nice.
it's nice.
I've even watched a girl on, I
But
think,
some people will
Facebook.
only shop at like Harris Teeter, Publix, Fresh Market, and they refuse to go in the other stores. I'm like, if you can afford it, cool. If
But
you
if you
can't,
can't, take your ass to the Dollar Tree.
yeah.
They got a frozen section. They got canned goods. They got boxed stuff. And this young lady, she made 5 meals for herself. I think she made 2 servings out of items she got at the Dollar Tree, and it didn't look bad.
No,
It did not look bad at all, and
no.
so if you gotta do that to get yourself on the right track to budgeting and saving and doing all the things you wanna do, you can do that, and you ain't gotta tell nobody where you got the food from.
Listen, I used to have a friend that would go and sell crap nonstop for extra money.
Mhm.
She'd go find stuff somewhere for $3, get online and sell it for 20. Like it was a hustler. So I mean, there's always it's just effort. I think in
Yeah.
mindset. I think people are like, I don't want to do that. That's too much work.
Mhm.
That's, even my daughter, she's like, Mom, I spend way too much eating out. I'm like, start making crock pot meals. She's like, I know, I just forget. I wake up late. The meat was, like,
Lazy, I don't wanna cook.
yeah, exactly, but, you
Mm.
think of how much money if I think about how much money I spend in a month on crap I do not need, I'd probably throw up.
I would throw up. I know I should throw up because it's a lot.
Yeah, I'd be like, "Are you serious? Like, why did you just buy that?" I mean, I just bought
Ah.
collapsible water bottles for a trip. They were $7. But see,
Okay,
I'm
so yes,
justifying that,
yes,
$7.
yes, and so I just discovered Amazon Haul. So they got this like little website. It's different than just searching on regular Amazon, and everything is like $5, $3, $2, another $5. And so I had a cart full of stuff. I think I had like $75. And then my
Is it
regular
used though
cart,
or something?
no, it's just discontinued or this
Oh
uh
god, don't tell me,
seller
because 'cause I'll be on there
seller
looking.
is selling
Don't tell
stuff.
me.
Like I think I got a pair of little sandals. They look like $5 sandals, y'all, but they were $5. I thought they were super cute. My daughters were like, "You gonna wear them things one time, they're gonna be tore up." But $5. And so for me, that is my weakness. If I feel like
It's a
I'm getting
deal.
a deal, I got $5 sandals, child. I'm gonna buy 20 of them. And oh shit, that was $100. You shouldn't have did that. But sure.
One of our friends gave us this, like, Amazon code thing that one time.
Mhm.
I was literally going and buying the stupidest shit because it was $3. And I had a stash of crap that I'm like, "Why did I even buy this?"
Mhm.
Because it was cheap.
Mhm. Because it was cheap.
Most of it was so cheap, I threw it out when it got here, or I just gave it away because I was like, What is
Really?
this?" Yeah, I just didn't wanna know that was worth. Oh, that's one of those that tree thing.
That's
Thought it was
cute.
bigger, but yeah, it no,
No?
I didn't need that.
Well, yeah. So I gotta stay off of that. I did fall into the trap and I think I spent like $50. Something like that, and I probably got like 8 items, 10 items, something, and then was like, "Okay, well, it's not that great quality. It's okay. You coulda went to the regular store here and found you on the
Yeah,
clearance section some items," but just not falling into the traps of, "It's cheap, it's gonna give me a fix," or, I can get it now and pay for it later. Just all those traps are just marketing ploys to get you to spend money that you don't
no,
have.
yeah, and I would say too, Christmas isn't far off. We're
No.
already halfway through the
Yep.
year. Is that if you put yourself in debt at Christmas, maybe now you start buying one little gift here and there, and you budget it over the next 4 months.
Mhm.
So by the time Christmas comes, you have your little collection of stuff and you're not
Mhm.
dropping hundreds of dollars at one point because most people don't have that extra money.
No, but there are banks. I know my daughter uses a bank, and I have a friend that uses a bank that will, if you tell it, it'll take so much money from your account, put it into this extra little account, and you can only use it at this specific time. So it's
Like a
kind of
Christmas
like,
account.
yeah, kind of like saving little money for you over the year and putting in that account, and that's what you spend. But you got to be disciplined that that's all you're gonna spend.
Yeah.
And I love you, but I'm not buying no two,
No.
$300 present for you every year. Cause why?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I
Mhm,
think it's more about too for families. I think they should make it more about experiences or
mhm.
spending time together, or maybe you draw names if you have a big family, like
Yeah,
we have a big
yeah,
family, draw names so that
yeah, no.
especially if you have older children, everybody just draw an adult and that's the person.
I
But
no, I have a set amount. You're gonna get this amount every year, and you're gonna make it work. Cause I no, I'm
yeah,
not buying you what you want. And I do have my kids, they sometimes give me a Christmas list, and I look at it like, "Oh, that's so cute. I love y'all, but you're gonna get this little dollar amount I done set aside every
yeah,
year, and that's it." But think about stocks and bonds too. I mean, a lot of people don't are afraid of stocks and bonds. There's so many great resources online. that you can learn how to buy and invest in stocks and bonds, that it's not scary. And you can start out with $20 a month.
Yeah. I say minimal what you spend in your coffees or whatever, put it
At
in
least
there.
that's helping you pay yourself. Pay yourself
Yeah.
first. Pay yourself first
Yeah.
because you are the only person that's gonna be able to take care of you. And I don't know if Social Security gonna be along
In
still
20
around in
years,
20
yeah.
years.
I
I'm
mean,
thinking about that now because even if I waited till full retirement, that's 20 no, not the full retirement. That's 67. The next one I think is 72 where you get even more
more,
money.
yeah.
I don't
It
know
may
if it'll
not
be
be there.
around.
That's why they say generally take it early
Yes, I'm taking mine
because you
early.
get it longer
Yes,
and
I'm taking mine early.
yeah.
All right, guys, what are your thoughts about finances? How are you making your dollar stretch as we are seeing the changes of what you can buy with how much? And what are some tips you would share with your loved ones to help them get out of the rut if they already done got themselves in trouble? Let us know down in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, bye,
I
guys.